Hello, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, hi, I'm V, and I do videos on product reviews and beauty tutorials. For today's video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing and little review of 3 different pairs of shoes from Cosy Island. They are a global footwear brand with the vision of comfort without compromise, as written on their shoe boxes. So the reason behind their name is really interesting because they chose it as a way to say, your feet will always feel comfortable as long as you walk on our island. Personally, as I'm in my late 20s, I find that comfort is the key to all. I've had my long nights of going to the bar wearing these long, big high heels and coming home with big blisters, and it's safe to say that those days are way behind me, and I'm gonna keep those days in the past. As someone who does suffer from flat feet, it's especially important for me to find shoes that either already have arch support incorporated into the soles or have space for an insole that I can put into afterward. But unfortunately, a lot of really cute shoes don't have the space to accommodate an insole, so it would just look really horrible to put one on top. Cosy Island claims that they've researched ways to incorporate arch support into the midsoles of high heels to make it conform perfectly to the shape of your foot. Which really, for me, I haven't really found a lot of brands that do that. I am a huge fan of Avaya, but other than that, I don't really know a lot of trendy heels and walking shoe brands that do have this in their footwear. So I'm kind of curious to see how Cosy Island holds up. They're a fairly new brand, fully launching their first batch of shoes in March of 2024, but they do already have a solid collection of shoes to choose from. Cosy Island's mission is comfort without compromise, so let's see if this holds true. So the first pair of shoes that I have to unbox and review for you guys is the GraceLithe Pointed Toe Heeled Mules. I chose the color cream for this pair because I figured it would be really great for the holiday season and just for winter overall, and I don't really have a lot of shoes this color, so I thought it'd be a great addition to my shoe collection. The main features of this pair include a soft and stretchy premium knit, as you can see being the bottom half of your foot, where the toes would need a bit more stretchy wiggle room. The sole features a cushioning arch support where you can see at the center there's a bit of extra padding for this. I really like the bold buckle detail on the strap instead of having a small white buckle to match the shoe color. I tend to wear mostly gold accessories, so I find this is really suiting for my regular use. For the heel height, it measures 7 centimeters, which for me is a comfortable height if I'm at a wedding or event that requires a bit of standing or dancing. And I do also really appreciate the bottom of the sole has a wave design incorporated for a bit of grip. I like that half the shoe is made of the knit material and then the back is probably some kind of PU leather type of material. So yeah, I am a big fan of these shoes. So these second pair of shoes that I have today are the Bow Tension Pointed Toe Heeled Mules in the color black. From far, you can't really tell, but when I bring it closer to you guys, you can tell that actually the knit is a little bit looser on the black pair compared to the white, which seems to be a lot tighter. So it gives a bit of a different texture compared to this guy, which is nice to have a bit of variety. I also think that the leather bow strap is an elegant and subtle way to jazz up a pair of black plain heels. So the whole body of the shoe is actually made of the stretchy knit material compared to the white ones that kind of cut off over here. And also the big difference with this pair compared to the white ones is that actually at the sole of your feet, there is a diamond kind of cushion, probably give you more support and comfort compared to having a flat surface. Side by side, you can very visibly tell that this one has this diamond kind of cushioning sole versus this one is more flat. Like the GraceLithe white shoes, this heeled mule also has a grip pattern on the bottom, so you'll stay planted on the floor, which I really appreciate. And now for the third pair of shoes, I have a pair of boots. I'm really excited about these, I love them. So these are the Minimalist Pointed Toe Heeled Long Boots in the shade Burgundy. If you actually take a look, these shoes have a bit of a different texture compared to the first two. It almost gives the illusion that it's like a thicker kind of wool boot that might keep you warmer compared to the thinner material on the first 2 pairs of shoes. I can't really show you what the sole looks like, but just by feeling it, I can tell that it's probably a more similar sole to the white pair. That's a bit of a flat surface compared to the black one that had the diamond design on it. These shoes are super easy to slip on, easy to get into, and because of their stretchy shaft, can fit a variety of leg sizes. And also in the description, it says that these shoes have cushioning and arch support, which is more appreciated because These ones are 7.5 centimeters compared to the first two Mules, which were 7 centimeters. What's really great is that these shoes are actually water repellent, which is perfect if you're gonna wear them more in the fall or springtime when things tend to get a little bit more damp. I have worn them outside, so that's why they're a little bit dirty right now, but I do wish that they had more of a grip support on the bottom, because if they are water repellent and you're gonna be wearing them when it's wet outside, there should be maybe a bit more of a pattern, because you'll probably be walking around on a wet surface or wet tile. I feel like it would just be more beneficial to have some grip down here. I did wear them once and I'm seeing a bit of wear on the heel, but that could be just because it's winter time and there's kind of like gravel and yucky stuff all over the ground, and that's why the rubber is kind of having some wear over here. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. One thing though, I do wish that the sole part here, I wish that it didn't kind of curve up and then go down. From far away, it just seems like a bit of like a messy design. It looks like the rubber is kind of too big for the section, but obviously it's intentional because it is on both sides, that it has this bit of like a lip. For me, and that's just not really my taste, but that's just like a nitpicky little design thing that I'm not really into. First time I wore these, I wore them with white socks, and the white socks had like a bit of like a red stain to them after wearing them for about half an hour. I'm guessing it's the dye from the red. So hopefully that comes out from my socks. Otherwise though, wearing these, they are very comfortable. They're not too high, and it was about -15 with the wind when I wore these outside. I did feel quite warm in my like calf area and in my feet. So they do keep you warm, but obviously not for a long period of time if you're gonna be walking in like -15 for over half an hour. So that basically concludes my unboxing and mini review of the Cosy Island shoes. I do think that they are quite great. I think my favorite between these three shoes is these pair of boots. I mean, just look at it. Look at these. This is a gorgeous color. I feel like you can wear these for multiple occasions, and also the long shaft keeps you nice and warm, because I find with a lot of my leather long boots, they just don't zip up all the way. So I do appreciate that the stretchiness of this boot is extremely comfortable. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what shoe is more to your liking of the three. Also remember to like and subscribe, follow me at v_Vogue, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye!